A waharoa or gateway known as Tiki. So an ancestor named Tiki is depicted in this waharoa. And the waharoa would be the only entranceway into a fortified pa site. So if you can imagine a fortified pa with palisade posts covering the perimeter, and the only way you can enter that fortified pa is through this gateway, where the eponymous ancestor Tiki is watching your every move. Tiki is a renowned ancestor of Ngāti Tū Nohopu, which shares a whakapapa connection to Ngāti Whakaue, which is a sub-tribe of Te Arawa. Tiki was a waharoa or entranceway to the fortified pa at Pukeroa in Rotorua. The carving is made out of tōtara wood, and we see some of the stylistic features of the Te Arawa carving style depicted in what we call the face mask of the main figure of Tiki. And ironically, we call it a Tiki face mask that we see depicted there, and it's unique for the naturalism or the naturalistic nature in way the face is portrayed, but it's a customary style of Te Arawa carving. We see a really interesting colour combination on Tiki, the waharoa, and we see also Māori being introduced to polychrome paints around the early 1800s, and Tiki has been depicted in a range of early polychrome paint, particularly white, black, green and red. As we can see with Tiki, it's the striking use of polychrome paint to depict the figure in vivid colour, and we see Tiki depicted holding a mere pounamu in one hand, a hei tiki around his neck, and assembled around Tiki are 13 minor figures said to be his children. When the museum opened in 1929, Tiki was given a fresh coat of red paint. However, in 1982, it was decided to remove this red paint to reveal its original colouring underneath. So with that, we see the vivid colours that were originally painted on Tiki, which are the white, the red, the black and the green, and done in such a starkly vivid way, which if we think about the time in which those were originally painted in the early 1830s, it would have been quite unique and quite innovative for its time. 2 years later, in 1984, Tiki became one of the iconic signature carvings of the travelling exhibition Te Māori. And Te Māori was the watershed exhibition of Māori, customary Māori art to travel to the United States of America. So Tiki was one of the signature carvings that were represented in a lot of the promotion for the exhibition, on the exhibition catalogue, and for a lot of people in their minds, when they think of Te Māori, they think of this iconic carving, Tiki. So as people walked into the gallery of Te Māori, Tiki was the gateway entrance piece that welcomed or greeted them as they came into the exhibition. And much like its functional use in a fortified pa, it was the site that greeted people when they arrived. If we look at Tiki today, he takes pride of place in the Māori Court, and if we think about paint removal in the museum's life, 1980s and the project of Tiki represents a shift in the museum's practice to wanting to reveal original paint colouring of carvings such as Tiki. For more information about Tiki, follow the links in the description below.